face, lemon face, lime face, lemon face. You know you need unique New York.
Hello, Alex.
Oh, hi. I didn't expect you for another 5 minutes. Sorry about that.
It's totally fine. I love seeing actors prepare. It tells me you take the craft seriously.
Thank you.
Wish more actors were like you, and I've got to tell you, we've heard a lot about you. We're really excited at maybe getting a chance to work with you.
I'm excited too. I absolutely love the plays your company's produced over the last several years.
Well, with any luck, you can be in our next play and maybe some others down the road. We really like to recycle talent.
That sounds awesome.
So I'm Richard, the artistic director for Talking Mice Playhouse.
And I'm Sarah, writer and director of pretty much most of our plays.
Nice to finally meet you both.
So like I was saying, we've heard what a wonderful actor you were from other companies and wanted to bring you in for an audition.
I'm glad to hear I have a good reputation. I always try to be professional as possible. Plus, it's a small town and word travels fast.
That is definitely true. So we just wanted to give you a little bit of an introduction to Talking Mice. We only produce new plays, which we consider to be groundbreaking and really delves into the human experience in a way that you wouldn't see from your average theater company.
Yeah, we also pride ourselves on working with actors, directors, and writers of different backgrounds to give a real-world perspective. How's that sound?
Sounds like a great place to be.
So if you could, tell us a little about yourself.
Well, I'm originally from North Carolina. I went to the Yale School of Drama, where I double majored in acting and playwriting. After graduation, I moved to New York, where I performed in close to 30 off-Broadway productions. When I wasn't on stage, I taught acting for kids and adults at a school I shared with some other actors.
Really? How was that experience?
It was great. Teaching is what actually brought me back to North Carolina. My wife got a job teaching theater at a local university. We've been here for a few years now. It was a rough adjustment at first, but I'm glad to see all the new theater companies that have been created since I was gone.
Welcome back. We're not Manhattan, but we try. Can you tell us about some of the work you did in New York?
Absolutely. I was Othello in Othello 3 different times, Walter Lee in Raisin in the Sun, Acai in Raisin in the Sun, George in Raisin in the Sun, Corey in Fences, Lions in Fences.
Hey, in about 20 years, you could play Troy in Fences. Am I right?
That's true. That's true.
Are truly great roles. Some of the best actors have done those roles. You could be the next Denzel Washington.
Or the next Philip Seymour Hoffman. Who knows, right? But honestly, I don't think I got the chance to show my full self. The full range of what I'm capable of.
How so?
I mean, don't get me wrong. Those parts were great opportunities, but I never got the chance to do something different. I did a few avant-garde pieces, supporting roles, but not enough to quench my palate. That's why I'm excited to audition for the role of Cooper.
Cooper?
Yeah, Cooper. The space drama where the crew goes to the moon?
You mean the scientist who suffers from agoraphobia?
Yep, that's the one. Now that's a part I'd love to sink my teeth into.
I'm sorry, Alex. There must have been some mix-up. We did see that you submitted for the part of Cooper, but we cast another actor in that role.
Oh no! Did I miss the deadline?
Actually, no. We just had a set of actors in mind for the role, and we chose from that short list.
We wanted to audition you for the role of Quan in a short play I wrote called Freedom Road.
It's part of our BIPOC series, premiering in a couple of months.
BIPOC?
Black, Indigenous People of Color. It's our way of being more inclusive and diverse. We want to provide a space for minority voices in the arts to express their realities.
And you wrote the play.
I did.
Do you mind if I ask who are some of the other writers?
Of course. Richard and I together wrote a series of 6 short plays which take a look at the world from the viewpoint of people of color.
Oh, that's great.
We think so. We feel that given the time we're all living in, it's very important to be allies and listen to what marginalized people have to say. Don't you agree?
Yes, I think being able to listen is very, very important.
Great. So I'm going to email you a monologue from the script, and we'd like for you to do a cold read for us. Sound good?
Sure.
Awesome. Sending it now.
Got it.
Whenever you're ready.
I've got freedom on my mind. My whole life I've had freedom on my mind. Not a day goes by where I don't have to fight for God-given rights. White people walk with a spring to their step while we limp through this wretched world, carrying the weight of oppression on our backs. And it's getting too much to bear. Too hard to watch my children suffer the same fate as me and my parents and their parents before them. I'm telling you people, I've got freedom on my mind. It's never too late to get what we deserve. The hour hasn't come yet where God comes to save our souls from this white man's land called America. 400 years of pain and sweat and blood and whips and chains and beatings and shootings. So what's one more day? One more week? One more year? I know we can push through because I've got freedom on my mind. Now, we don't fight alone. Look to your left. Look to your right. Our white brothers and sisters are here with us, and I want to take this time to thank them for risking so much for being here. We can't do this on our own. We must welcome them and embrace them for not for them, we might not be heard. For they have freedom on their mind. You must have freedom on your mind. I have freedom on my mind. Thank God above and scream to the heavens. We've got freedom on our minds.
Wow, that was really good. What do you think, Sarah?
It really moved me. I feel like marching.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you.
So let's try it again. And this time I want you to try a little down south preacher tone, you know?
Can you be a little more specific?
Think like you're at the pulpit. Maybe deepen your voice a little. Try a drawl if you could. Take us to church.
Almost like Martin Luther King's mountaintop speech.
Exactly. Take us to the mountaintop, Alex. You see, Alex, The character Quan is speaking to a group of protesters. This is the end of the play, and Quan has been transformed from a sort of rebel rouser, if you will, to a more peaceful freedom fighter who realizes that equality can truly be obtained if all the races work together.
Right. Quan is the main character in this piece, and he's not so eloquent as you are, Alex. We need him to speak with a certain dialect. You understand?
I think so.
Great. Whenever you're ready.
Okay. Actually, can I have like 5 minutes, if you don't mind?
Oh, sure. Do what you need to do to get into character.
We'll be here waiting.
Thanks. I's got freedoms on my mind. My whole black, terrible, horrible, no good, rotten life. I's have freedom on my mind. Good God Almighty. I ain't never gonna be nothing but black, no matters where I go, no matters how hard I try. Hey, Reg, what's up?
Hey, brother. How you doing?
All good. In the middle of an audition.
Oh, word. For what?
Some play for the Talking Mice Playhouse.
Talking Mice. What? They do a lot of those weird plays, right?
Yeah, you could say that.
Okay.
But they had a role that I really wanted. But I think they went the more traditional route, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I do. I've never seen a lot of us over there. So, what they got you reading for?
They want me to play a thug turned civil rights preacher, something like that.
Damn, is it February already?
Seems like it. They this BIPOC thing where people of color come and show them what it's like to be us.
We're not people of color. We're black. Saying the people of color just makes them feel better.
I don't think they mean any harm by it. At least they're trying to reach instead of ignoring us.
Well, good luck with that. So listen, I'll be quick. I just wanted to know what you thought about the script that I sent you.
Revolutionary. Yeah, I'll take a look at it.
What you think?
Well, so the role of Thomas is similar to the last, is similar to the roles you had me playing in your last few movies.
What do you mean?
Well, he's kind of a sellout.
Exactly.
I mean, I don't mind playing characters that I despise, but I want to try something different. Like the part of the cop who's struggling to walk the line between the police department and his community. That part has a little more depth.
I mean, that's true, but I wrote the part of Thomas with you in mind.
Really?
I mean, I'm not saying you're a sellout. I just think you could pull it off better than a lot of the other black actors that I know. I mean, the way you talk coming from Yale, let's just say white people are more comfortable around you than someone like me. Know what I'm saying? Look, just think about it and get back to me. Good luck with your audition.
Peace.
Peace, brother.
Hello, my name is Alex. I pronounce all of my K's, and I make Tiger Woods look like Minister Louis Farrakhan. Fuck. I just want to act and not have to represent every nigga that ever existed. Sorry. I just wanted a minute to gather my thoughts.
No problem at all.
You all set, Alex?
Sure am.
When you're ready.
I've got freedom on my mind. My whole life, I've had freedom on my mind. Not a day goes by where I don't have to fight for God-given rights. White people walk with a spring to their step, while we limp through this wretched world with the weight of oppression on our backs. And it's getting too much to bear. Too hard to watch my children suffer the same fate as me and my parents and their parents before them. I'm telling you people, I've got freedom on my mind. It's never too late to get what we deserve. The hour hasn't come yet where God comes to save our souls from this white man's land called America. 400 years of pain and sweat and blood and whips and chains and beatings and shootings. So what's one more day? One more week? One more year? I know we can push through because I've got freedom on my mind. Now, we don't fight alone. Look to your left. Look to your right. All white brothers and sisters are here with us, and I want to take this time to thank them. We can't do this on our own. We must welcome them and embrace them. For not for them, we might not be heard. For they have freedom on their mind. You must have freedom on your mind. I have freedom on my mind. Thank God to the heavens and scream, I got freedom on my mind.
Thank you, Alex. That was just great.
It really was. Marvelous.
Thank you.
I could tell there was a lot of pain there, and it was coming from a real place. It was so sincere.
I have to agree with Sarah. Powerful. Well, we'll notify you by email whether you got the part or not, and hopefully we'll get a chance to work together.
I hope so. And I can't wait to see you up there. It sounds amazing.
Thank you, Alex. You have a good day.
You too. Bye.
Bye, Alex.
I like to fly away. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Hello, Walter.
Lexi, pause. Hey, Dr. Williams. What's up? Ooh, wee! I look rough. Hey, listen, I'm gonna go and change or something because I can't sit up here.
That's all right. I have another session after this, so I'd like to get started. Will Andrea be joining us?
Who knows with that woman?
She's not home right now?
Is she ever? Look, Doc, it's gotten much worse since our last session. She be out here in these streets ripping and running, and I just can't deal with this anymore. I can't take it.
I'm here. I'm here, y'all. Give me just a second. I gotta get situated.
That's all right now.
I'm coming. Oh, I'm so sorry, Monica, that I'm late.
You're here. That's what matters.
I mean, I didn't forget or anything. It's just that with all that traffic and, you know, coming from downtown and...
Is that what the kids calling it these days?
I see you're in different rooms. How about you two come together so all I have to do is just talk?
No, I'm good right here. Besides, she's doing her own thing.
Were you waiting long?
Oh, yeah, we were waiting, but we started without you.
I only asked if you'd be joining us. But anyway, good to see you two again. It's been a couple months.
Yeah, I'm so sorry that we had to keep rescheduling.
How are you holding up?
Great.
Terrible.
Staying healthy?
I am. I mean, I'm getting outside every day and soaking up all of that good old vitamin D.
See what I mean?
What?
Walter said you've been very active with the protests.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I love being out there tearing down all those disgusting statues. Monica, I can't even remember the last time that I felt so powerful.
And while she out here playing tackle football with the Confederates, I'm at the house doing all the cooking and all the cleaning. And
don't you even start with that.
Oh, baby, I'm started. You just late.
What about it feels powerful, Andrea?
I mean, just being out there with that energy, you know? I mean, all those young folks protesting against systemic racism and police brutality. It might sound weird, but it gives me a high that I ain't felt in forever.
You going out every night?
Yes.
No, not every night. I mean, a few times a week I go.
It's every night.
I can't even go every night. I mean, I have a business to run.
And how's business going for you?
Girl, booming. I mean, I'm not trying to say the coronavirus is a blessing.
How
but
can you even say that?
I said I'm not saying that. I mean, not without people getting sick and dying way more than anyone else, but with the shutdown and everyone staying at home, shoot. My hair care packages are selling like hotcakes.
That's fantastic, Andrea. And what about you, Walter? I know your boxing gym is closed right now. How are you feeling about that?
I'm good.
I mean, it's supposed to open next month.
Were you able to get any financial assistance or grants?
Not yet, but this ain't even about me. This is about her.
Here we go.
Here we go. Nothing. Stop being so selfish.
How is Andrea being selfish?
I mean, being all reckless and whatnot. Like, what if she get COVID? Or even worse, what if she winds up dead? You know, get choked out or something. Then what? What about the kids?
Don't you bring the kids into this, Walter.
What you mean don't I bring the kids up? You are their mother. You should be at home taking care of them instead of out here with those other kids running around here like you Wonder fucking woman.
Walter, let's refrain from any extra language. Anything.
Rawr. Check out my business. Rawr. Let me knock down these statues. Rawr.
And what the hell do you do?
Real work. That's what I do. I'm taking care of home.
Listen, you two.
Oh, you don't do nothing but lie in bed all day.
How do you even know you're never here?
This is not productive.
You're depressed. David tells me every day. Dad's being lazy again.
You don't know shit.
All right, time out. Take a break. Okay, now, Walter, I will not have any mocking going on. Understood? This is not helpful to what we're trying to do here. I understand tensions are high. We've been sheltering in place for months, and there's so much uncertainty and anxiety around what's happening. But it's important that you do not shame or disrespect each other, so that we can get to the root of what this is about.
He won't touch me.
What?
That's what this is about.
Tell me more, Andrea.
Ain't nothing to tell.
Oh, you right about that.
Oh.
And it's been that way for a while. But now, gotten even worse.
It's not true.
You refuse to give me any affection.
She is lying.
Whenever I try to initiate, he pulls away and says, he's too tired.
Because I'm worn the fuck out. I'm dealing with the kids. I'm out here doing everything around this house, and she wants to be all over her? Nah.
No, not all over me, but at least a kiss or a loving touch or, how was your day, boss lady? Then you give me zero intimacy. All I hear is, I'm too tired. I'm too tired.
I'm dealing with the kids.
Oh, don't bring the kids into this, Walter.
Ah.
You're as cold as stone. And you've been that way for a long time.
When was the last time you went on a date? The two of you.
We've been married damn near 20 years. Our entire existence together has been one continuous date from hell.
Andrea?
Ah.
I don't want to do this anymore.
What don't you want to do?
This marriage, this arrangement, or whatever you want to call it, it's not working and I don't like it. I mean, I hate feeling worthless. I hate this feeling. I absolutely hate it here. I'm social distancing in my own home. And I don't like sleeping next to a man who doesn't even give a damn about whether or not I exist. These protests, they feed me. They remind me that I still matter and that I'm still alive. And when I'm out there, I don't feel trapped. Now I'm mad and I'm hurting, but when we're together and we're tearing down those statues, I feel free.
Did you hear that, Walter?
I heard her.
Tell her.
I hear you. You don't want to be with me anymore.
Is that all you heard?
Excuse me.
What am I supposed to do, Doc?
You didn't hear her.
I heard her say she wants to fight for justice, but she won't even fight for this marriage. And I just can't keep...
What can't you do, Walter?
I'm sorry.
No. I'm the one that's sorry. Lied.
You lied? About what?
Why is this so hard?
What? What is it?
Give him a moment, Andrea.
So after I got turned down for the loans, I didn't apply for the grants and those was working either. I mean, but I just wasn't truthful with you about what really happened.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Were the applications declined?
All of them. Evidently, I'm non-essential. So you know what? The gym is done. It's just done. It's over.
Are you serious?
I'm sorry to hear that, Walter.
But why didn't you tell me?
I mean, you out here doing your thing, and I ain't want to put that weight on you. Besides, these are my problems anyway.
Your problems are my problems. Now, there's got to be something we can do to get to the bottom of this and straighten this.
Oh, no, baby. There ain't nothing we can do. Jim is done. Down for the count. TKO.
Walter, you think you've been distancing yourself from Andrea because you didn't want to burden her, or because you felt ashamed?
You built that gym all by yourself.
Yeah, but with the revenue you bringing in, we'll survive.
Listen to me, Walter. We've been surviving, but we are more than survivors. Do you hear me? Now, together, we are a force. After this, we're going to make some phone calls, and we're going to weigh our options, and then we'll figure out where to go from there.
Maybe you could start by going on a date.
Our favorite restaurant closed down for good last month.
I think I know where we can go.
Where?
Beloved husband, would you do me the honor of being my date to see the next Confederate statue come down?
Let's do it, boss lady.
Monica, thank you for everything.
Yeah, Doc, it's been real good, but listen, we gonna get back at you real soon, like.
Let me know. I'm booked for the next couple of months, but I'm sure just for you, I can definitely try and make something happen.
Hey, I know I'm a few minutes early for our Zoom call, but did you catch the news?
Really, Ivy? You know I barely turn on my TV. The few times I do, I don't want to see a bunch of sad, draining news stories. Why would I need to anyway when I have a big sister who keeps me posted on all things depressing?
Very funny. Don't know why I even bothered to ask. We all know you're much too positive a person to be informed about what's going on in the world. But I'm willing to bet that you've been on social media at least 5 times today. And we all know that that's the most positive, reliable source of info.
Whatever, Ivy.
You didn't argue. That means I'm right. And you're probably on it right now.
And your point?
I'm definitely right. But listen, on a more serious note, they're protesting about a mile from you. It's on all the major news channels. Turn it on.
No thanks. I told you, I saw a motivational video last week. The speaker was amazing. Said it's bad practice to watch or listen to disturbing news at the start of your day or at the end of your day. We don't need to put that negative energy into our subconscious right before we go to bed.
Don't you think that's a bit dramatic? It's 6 o'clock. Who knew that qualifies as being the end of the day? I mean, are you about to go to bed?
No, you're missing the point. I'm not going to bed. I'm actually going to dinner shortly. But it's all about manifestation. I told you before, I try to envision, receive, and contemplate positivity. You remember what Mom used to say? So as man thinking?
So is he. Again, dramatic. I said people are protesting, Jazz. They're not jumping off a bridge. It's really not that deep. Oh, well, since you won't turn it on, I'll just bring you up to speed.
Of course you will. No surprise there.
They're protesting about a statue. The one at Format Park, they want it removed.
Finally, I felt for years they should have taken that thing down. It's a slap in the face to us Black people. He's responsible for the deaths of hundreds of our people. Why should he have a statue in his honor? I wonder whose genius idea was to put it up in the first place.
I absolutely agree.
If someone murdered their family member, I know they wouldn't want that person's image preserved as art.
Hardly. Yet they just interviewed a woman who said, we shouldn't tamper with history.
Tamper with history? History can't be altered, it's past tense. What's done is done. What we shouldn't do is glorify murderers. Who is this woman?
That is the entire reason for this call. Girl, you need to sit down for this one.
I am sitting. Who is she?
Oh, that's right. Listen, her name is Karen Harris, and she's a teacher at Amari School.
Karen? No way. That's Amari's teacher.
You're kidding. Now that I didn't know.
I wish I was. You know, it all makes sense. I spoke with her at the last parent-teacher conference. I told her I felt she was being a little too hard on Amari. He worked so hard on his essay about Malcolm X, did everything he could to prepare and get his hands on it, wrote, rewrote, and tweaked until he thought it was ready. He even read it to his dad and I. He came home looking defeated when he got it back. That chick gave him a C-.
What? You're kidding. It sounds like he did a great job. I mean, did she think he was writing a college dissertation or something? He's an 11-year-old kid.
Exactly. You should have seen all the red marks she had on it. And what got me? She wrote at the top, the assignment was someone in history whose legacy inspires. I'm sure you kids can think of someone other than Malcolm X and Martin Luther King Jr. What the absolute hell?
So what did she say when you confronted her at the parent-teacher conference?
She tried to cover it up, said, Amari's a bright kid.
That we know.
He's very bright. She's the one trying to dim his light. You know, the essay title was Malcolm Speaks. I expressed to her how hard he worked on the assignment and how if Black students often refer to Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, who were both deserving, intelligent, assertive leaders, deserving of accolades, it's because the public school system doesn't often expose them to the millions of other game-changing, assertive, Black, intelligent leaders who've changed the world, both in front of and behind the scenes. Of course, I'm fine with Amari writing about Malcolm. The man was bad.
Yes, he was. One of an extensive list of outstanding people of color.
And any one of them, including Martin and Malcolm, are worthy of recognition.
Girl, you should have heard her interview. She was adamant about preserving history. She told the reporter, we have no right to even consider taking that statue down. She says she feels it would be a disservice to our youth.
Such a warped way of thinking.
A chapter taken directly from Entitlement 101.
You know, I'm disappointed in myself because I felt I let Amari down. I knew her thinking was detrimental, especially working in an inner city school
where the majority of students are Black.
But Amari and all the kids love her. Plus, she changed his grade to a B+ after the conference. That's the only reason I didn't have a talk with the principal or submit a written complaint.
Well, based on her news interview, you definitely should have.
That was 2 months ago. It's not too late. They need to know.
I agree. I mean, if Amari got all those red marks on a paper he did well, and who happens to have a mom who monitors his schoolwork and progress, imagine how many kids whose parents aren't as involved get undeserved red marks.
Good point, sis.
Well, where's Amari now?
Oh, he's at Lovett Nursing Home. The youth group he's in, they do community service once a month. Today's the day. Kids from 11 to 16, he's the youngest. Last month, they served at the homeless shelter. The month before that, they served at the VA. It's pretty cool.
Auntie's baby is growing up. He's awesome.
Thanks, sis. He loves his Aunt Ivy.
Not as much as his Aunt Ivy loves him. So what are the kids doing at the nursing home? Serving food?
Oh, actually, they read. So each time they go, they take a senior citizen and they go in the community room. First they do activities and then they read to them. The kids choose what they'll read.
That's wonderful. Our Amari is definitely making us proud.
Exactly. And I need to make my baby proud. So in addition to writing a written complaint and going and talking about Karen, I think I'll send a list of successful African Americans to the school board. They need to know about all the Malcolms and Martins. Shoot, I could think of hundreds off the top of my head. For starters, Angela Davis, Nelson Mandela, Maya Angelou, Madam C.J. Walker, Harriet Tubman.
Don't forget Barack Obama. Girl, if Michelle ever messes up.
Stop. You know we can't forget him.
You know what? You should get all the parents' signatures, like a petition. I'll sign it. There's strength in numbers.
Indeed, there is.
What are you doing?
Oh, I've got to get ready.
Oh, that's right. I forgot you guys are going out to dinner. Well, look, be careful. They have opened the city, but this pandemic isn't over.
Oh, I know, I will. But change of plans. I'm not going anymore. I'll let Jim know.
Then where?
I am going to first pick up my baby. I want Amari to come with me.
With you where? The schools are still closed.
I know, but we're not going to the school. We're going to walk, chant, and demand change.
Oh my God, you're going to the protest.
Bingo.
Then I'll meet you at the nursing center. I'm going too.
Okay, I'll meet you over there. Red marks my ass.
Oh, but wait. What book did Amari finally decide to read to the senior?
Book? Girl, he didn't read a book. He read his essay, Malcolm Speaks.
That's my baby. Yes, he is.